Hello everybody and welcome back. It is your boy the Failed Author. Yes, with some more World at War content. Call of Duty World at War. Might be the best Call of Duty ever. I know on this channel I go back and forth from Modern Warfare 2, the 2009 of course, to this one, of course from 2008. But here we are, today. In my opinion, the most underrated gun of World at War. I know this one has a lot of fans though, so I can't say it's like super underrated, but still, you don't see a lot of people out here using the UFO, which is the DP-28, also known as the UFO, the Flying Saucer, many nicknames to most of us. Why the H was it not in the zombies mode? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Would have been super cool. Can you imagine this thing pack-a-punched? You got, you know, just some crazy potential that was untapped. But we're talking about multiplayer. Multiplayer, this gun actually has some pretty good usage. Close range, it's okay. You're really living in that intermediate, medium range. Long range, that's where this thing kind of struggles, just simply because the recoil is a little janky. It's a little, I want to say like uneven, unpredictable really is the word. Kind of similar to the MP40, if you know, you know. Where it's kind of that, I don't know, it's like taming a Bronco, you know? You gotta really get in there, you gotta get your single shots off, right? So I have a compilation here of a different, I believe it's at 3 games or so, just the DP-28 putting in work. Putting in work all the time. If you like what you're hearing, if you like what you're seeing, again, this is the Failed Author. I don't post daily anymore, I'm in school again, so that's been a challenge, but you know, we post classic con videos, we post bowling, we post gun stuff, we post random little clips on shorts. If you like it, I'm going to launch an Instagram. Somebody told me I need to shift my content towards Instagram because it's getting views there. And the reason I didn't know this is because across TikTok, and I don't I mean, I have a TikTok. I don't have, it's not the Failed Author there, it's a different one, but I have millions of views and thousands of followers across all of my social medias, but I don't have an Instagram. And someone stole one of my TikTok videos and put it on Instagram. And I checked last night, it's got 2.6 million views. And I'm like, well, yeah, I need in on that. Like, that's the video I made. Why should I let some other jabroni take the credit for it? And like, I know he tagged me in my TikTok at least in it, but come on, like, you're giving me the least amount of credit, right? You might as well just, you stole it. You stole it. You stole it. But we're not talking about that. But what I'm getting at is, follow if you like what you see. I do post more. I'm actually recording a pretty good block right now of World at War videos, so hopefully I can get like 3 or 4 done, have them queued up, get them out over the next month or so. Sorry, took a sip from my Baja Blast Freeze, brought to you by Taco Bell. Just kidding, I wish Taco Bell would sponsor me. That's what my TikTok is actually themed about. I know. We got the most random, you know, content on this page. It's because I only like doing what I like doing, right? So what you see is what you get. And the DP-28 is so underrated. The only, besides its long-range capability being a little suspect, you can kind of remedy that with the bipod, but then you're limiting your mobility, of course, is one of its biggest weaknesses besides its long range is, in fact, your movement speed, your mobility in general. You just run so slow. And I've kind of turned to my third perk almost always being extreme conditioning. I do troll when I snipe and I put martyrdom on because I'm about that life. But it is what it is. What I do appreciate with the DP-28 is, of course, the ammo capacity is so killer. You can get into a firefight, and I mean, realistically, you could take 5 or 6 people out in a perfect scenario. Like, let's say people are just mad, you know, rushing, and they have no clue what they're doing. You can dust a whole team with this in one go, which is always a bonus. The sights are very good. I think the sight picture is very clear. It does get a little iffy because the magazine, being that flying saucer shape, gets some impairment to your left and right, you know, kind of vision, which it does suck, but, you know, we got our peripheral vision a little obscured for the fact that you can carry 47 bullets and put in some work. And I think World at War, at this current stage in the meta, is all about how much work you can put in. Nah, it's about having fun, really. There's a lot of tryhard still. You go into lobbies and you see a lot of people snaking around, And I mean, like, you know, to each their own, but I'm just out here having fun, enjoying that I can still play these classic games that people are still begging for, which they can go play them, but they don't play them. I don't get it. Get yourself an Xbox One. It is so cheap. You can go, they can even run the discs in some of the games. I went to a swap meet the other day and picked up, like, 3 or 4 classic CODs. It cost me $8. You can just run them in there. It emulates them. It's that cheap. It's that inexpensive, friends. You need to get out there and get on it. I am the failed author. I'm going to end it here, just reminding you to try different weapons, try different class layouts, be creative. It is 2024. Call of Duty, the classic CODs, they're not dead. I went into World at War the other day. There was 970 players. That's the most I have seen in such a long time, even after the servers and the matchmaking, you know, situation got fixed. So what can you do? You can go enjoy, or you can complain about whatever modern game that's not fulfilling you, that's full of microtransactions, that's full of all this bullshit that all these companies have shifted their model to. Or you can go play this and enjoy it. And, like, DLCs, people are playing it. The zombie modes, people are playing it. So, I mean, really, there's no downside. But I'm the failed author. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you want to see next if there's a specific gun. The only problem is I'm under-leveled, so I'm trying to get there.